Yeah, don't sleep on your dreams if you got one. Came a long way from the top bunk. I've been putting in work, but I'm not done. Trying to find a way out, I got some. Come and see what I'm made of. They wanna sleep, I wanna stay. I wanna eat with those great ones. All the people who came and changed. I've made history now or later.
As I get a little older, I realize life is perspective. And my perspective may differ from yours. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been down with me. All my fans, all my beautiful fans.
Welcome back to my channel. It's Deanna Simone and I'm here with another video and we're documenting our consistency. I'm actually working on my 1 set of 20 routine and I love this program. I think it works well with my calorie deficit that I'm in. To also continue talking about the calorie deficit, I wanted to describe for you what my diet was like before.
Even when it's sleep on you, gotta do what you do when you keep running. Better not care what they say when you're in your lane, gotta keep on it. You only get one life, living. Try not to pay attention. There's great ones who go.
So simply put, you're eating fewer calories than you're burning. So if you want to lose weight with a calorie deficit, you would want to eat less calories, but also continuously work out. So for me, I was eating about 2,000 or a little bit over that amount of calories per day. I won't really talk to you guys about what my calorie deficit calories are right now, but I'll definitely tell you what it was looking like before. And to be honest, I was pretty much eating my normal meals that I would eat during a caloric deficit. The only thing is I probably would eat a little bit more. And also I was gaining weight during the winter because I was lifting heavier. So I was eating a lot more protein filled foods. I found that I was eating a little bit more food than I normally would because I was so active and I'm hungry. So it really wasn't any science behind it. I kind of gained weight. I wouldn't say accidentally, but I wasn't really paying attention to my weight at that time because I just wanted to lift heavier. But now that I'm in a calorie deficit, I'm definitely paying more attention to the calories that I input because I'm looking for a certain outcome, right? I'm trying to lose some weight. So for me, I'm only looking to lose about 10 to 15 pounds. I'm not looking to lose a lot of weight, but also I want to be able to see the muscle that I've grown over that winter session when I was lifting heavier and, you know, trying to reach my new squat max, right? So I definitely want to see what I had cooking over the winter. So to be honest, your girl was just eating. But also typically it is important to know how many calories you are currently consuming each day. I find it healthy to count my calories for myself at this moment. You may not see that as fit for you. You may want to count your macros certain ways. I find it easier and healthier for me to just count my protein. I pay a lot more attention to that. I want to hit a certain protein goal every single day. So for instance, if I want to be 135 pounds, I'm going to eat 135 grams of protein for me. Now, if you feel like you want to count your carbs or your protein, it's really up to you. But someone who's still trying to maximize their strength, I look forward to tracking my protein intake. There's also different ways you can track your current diet. You can do it by using an app. I like to use FitnessPal. That's something I've been using for a really long time. Also, I like documenting it. So me just sharing my experience with you all is me documenting my journey when it comes to my caloric deficit. Also, I take pictures very often. I like to go to the gym and take pictures every day and see what I look like. And as I'm doing it, it might not seem like there's a change there, but when I go back and look at these pictures from week after week, I've definitely seen a difference from week 1 when I started my calorie deficit to week 4 that I'm in now. So I've definitely seen some changes. So also when you're in your calorie deficit, you want to assess what's going on. A lot of times I talk about doing this when I'm in a new program. I like to really pay attention to what I'm doing in my program and what I'm doing right. So like I would do in a regular fitness program, I like to assess how I'm working during this program. So I like to pay attention to the workouts that I'm doing, if I'm doing them right, or if I need to do a little bit more research, or I need to practice more on this exercise because I don't think I am targeting the right muscles, right? So you would kind of do the same thing when it comes to your calorie deficit. After you have after you have a better understanding of your current diet, you can identify areas where change is necessary in order to create a calorie deficit. I've noticed that I would go over sometimes on my fat percentage, right? Because I've calculated my macros a certain way because I want a higher percentage in my protein. I'm going to have a lesser percent in my fat. And then I noticed that some things that I was eating was causing me to go over on my fat. So I am making the necessary changes to receive a certain outcome. Create a plan, create an outline, the changes you need to make in order to create a calorie deficit. Did I have a plan? I did, because last year I kind of started a calorie deficit kind of late in the game, but I decided to give myself a little challenge and do it for 4 weeks. So that's where I was able to create like a little plan to see how this was going to work out for me. I've created a plan when it comes to the times in which I eat. In the morning, I like to eat my first meal at 11:30, right? So I'll have my oatmeal with my protein. Then lunchtime, that's when my meal is a little bit bigger and I focus a lot more on protein. Also, I like to have snacks at a certain time. So I'll have my protein shake at a certain time with a snack that goes along with it. And then at night, I'll have my dinner. And then if I feel necessary, if I've eaten enough for dinner and I feel like I'm full, I could go to sleep, then cool. But if I feel like I need to eat more later, I have created a snack that I can eat at night that's going to be filled with protein, but also won't take me over my calories during that day. So create a plan that outlines the changes you need to make in order to create a calorie deficit. This plan can include specific foods you will be eating, foods that you enjoy, also the portion sizes. So you don't have to think too much about it while you're in your calorie deficit. That's one thing I've learned to do. When I first started my calorie deficit, it took me a while to get used to having it. I was thinking of foods to eat on a whim. So I have certain foods that I love to eat. Like I was talking about that snack I love to have at the end of the day. Also, I have a certain oatmeal mix that I like to make in the morning. And honestly, after experiencing this calorie deficit, I definitely eat mostly the same things every day. I think that makes it easier for me to reach my goal of losing weight. When I find myself trying to adjust and move outside of the foods that I've already been eating every day, and it can be kind of boring, but for me, mentally, I've checked in that like I'm eating. It's okay if it's the same thing because I'm not going to be hungry later, right? So I've kind of adapted that. Adjust as needed. Once you have begun the calorie deficit, it's important to adjust your plan as needed in order to ensure that you are staying on track and meeting your goals and also doing it safely. So there's going to be times where you need to change up your program a little bit. And I definitely advocate for that, especially if you want to find something a little bit more comfortable for you and maybe something that's easier to track. But also enjoy yourself during this process. I think it's amazing. I really enjoy like being in a calorie deficit, if that's weird. I like seeing the changes and involving in being in tune with myself and my body. So I kind of intuitively eat at the same time because now I know what type of foods really energize me and keep me going throughout the day. Also, I have added supplements into my program that help me through my calorie deficit, like my L-carnitine, like my pre-workout. I normally don't drink pre-workout. I normally have espresso, but I feel like that's a nice little boost in the morning when I drink my protein. Also supplements, my probiotics, prebiotics. I make sure I have my omega-3s, zinc, all these things I take to ensure that I feel good during this caloric deficit. So I hope this information helped. I just want to describe what my diet is looking like right now and what I'm experiencing and how I'm going about trying to reach my goal. I have already lost about 3 pounds and I'm hoping to at least lose 3 more right before vacation. That's the reason why I'm doing it, and I'm having fun while doing it. If you want to experience more of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and maybe share like the foods that I'm eating, follow me on Instagram, DSimoneFit, and I'll post on there in my story, okay? So I'll talk to you later.
As I get a little older, I realize life is perspective, and my perspective may differ from yours. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been down with me. All my fans, all my beautiful fans.